I was watching a video the other day, and the person in the video said that they work their butt off. And I just wondered to myself, how do we actually know if we work our butt off or not? It's a it is a very, very simple solution, simple answer to know. Are you a hard worker or not? Well, what are your results? So many people complain about not being able to get into the job industry that they're interested in, or if they are in there, they're not moving up, they're not getting promoted, they're not getting the roles that they want, they're not getting the opportunities that they want. And I am going to make the assumption that it is because you're probably not serious enough about your career and your career ambitions. Many times, like I've seen so many people have reached out to me saying, oh, I went to this boot camp, I took this course on Udemy, and now I can't seem to find any positions. I can't seem to land any roles. I can barely even get any interviews. And I said, okay, cool. Well, let me see your resume. And it is terrible. That resume is an atrocity. There's no value on there. There's no experience. There's nothing. But then let's say we clean up the resume, we spruce it up, we make it sound valuable. Then when we have conversations, we do our mock interview. It's like they don't know how to communicate. They don't know how to speak. They don't know how to sell themselves. So now the question is, well, is the resume a lie, or do you actually know what you're trying to apply for? Here's the problem that I've come to find out. People are not serious enough about their careers the way that they're serious about everything else. People will be serious about going on vacation, about family time, about doing whatever is their hobby. But the thing that is supposed to sustain their life, they want to put the minimal effort into it. And it's sad and it's unfortunate. It is super duper unfortunate how the thing that's supposed to provide for us, we don't care for it at all. Like not even a little bit. We say, oh, I like tech. Not really. You don't. Oh, I like whatever role you want to do it, whatever industry I want to get into. You want to know what you like? You like whatever you majored in. If that's what you like, whatever that thing is, didn't really pay anything. You have this passion, but that passion is broke. And you try to hold on to it instead of navigating and pivoting into the things that is going to sustain you for the rest of your life. What am I passionate about? I am passionate about whatever is going to make me money. That's number one. And then number two, everything else. Here's why you're not serious enough. If you take a look at NBA players, the really good ones, the elite ones, they spent countless hours practicing, studying, watching film to see what their opponents are going to do, how to navigate that. And the ones who are not so good, they just go and party. They get fat. They eat junk. They're not ready when the season starts. And you can see that through their results. What are the things that I like? I've been playing pickleball for the past month and a half now, maybe month, but no, month and a half, past month and a half. And it's an addicting game, but I've been out there about 4 times a week, 2 to 3 hours, and we're getting better. And we practice, we play games, we start playing against different people. We're thinking about, how can we get into tournaments? That's about, let's say 4 days, let's say 2 hours, about 8 hours a week. Getting playing and getting better, practicing, all that good stuff. Watching videos, getting equipment, learning, playing people who are better than you can learn from. All of that for a hobby. I'm exerting money so that I can get better at this. Let's take jiu-jitsu. Jiu-jitsu is not cheap. And especially when you have your whole family in it, not a cheap thing, not a cheap activity. And then spending at least 5 hours, 5 hours of going to class and then self-training when let's say Justin comes and we train over here, that's another 2 to 3 days a week so let's say about 10 hours a week, more or less, of jiu-jitsu. And that doesn't include like studying, watching film, watching instructionals, thinking about it. So let's add one more thing into there. Live streaming. That live streaming, editing video, just content creation, right? That is an easy 10 to 20 hours a week because you have to edit video, you have to upload, you have to optimize, put in the metadata, you have to record, live streaming, recording video. So live streaming is totally different than recording videos. Doing things live, you got to prepare for that. Getting the way that you speak better, all of that. It's not an easy task. It's not a quick task. So let's say 20 hours for content creation, about 8 to 10 hours for pickleball. So let's just do let's do a whole 10, right? So we're at 30 hours, and then another, let's say 10 hours of jiu-jitsu. We're at 40 hours. So all of my activities are like a full-time job when you scatter them around. Now, what about all the things that you do? How much time do you spend on the things that you enjoy and things that you have fun? How much time do you spend on not your actual time that you're clocked in, but how much time do you spend learning additional things so you can be better at work? I'm going to give you an example of something that you should be learning. Everyone should be learning. Let's say you're on a lot of video calls at work, maybe Zoom, maybe Google Meet, maybe you're on a Slack huddle, whatever Microsoft Teams has, whatever the platform is, right? And you don't need to. You can just use your regular webcam. You can have a blurry video, blurry background. Great, cool. You're sharing the information. But what about if you actually learned how to look presentable on camera, how to look into the camera, where to position yourself, where to position the camera? What if you're not using your default blurry camera? Is it going overboard? Yes. But is it going to enhance having a microphone? Is it going to enhance the quality of the people that you are speaking to and how they see your presentation? Are they going to be open to give you better opportunities? So let's say you have your presentation down right. Great, awesome. How do you speak? Are you a good communicator? Do you say like a million times in a sentence? Do you say a million times in a sentence? Are you unable to get out a thought as you're speaking? Are you speaking too fast? How do people take in what you're communicating to them? That matters. Oh, I'm just here to do my job. Well, guess what? If you're just here to do your current job, don't be surprised if you don't get any future opportunities for new jobs. To me, everything matters. So let's say, okay, so now what about how much time do you spend researching ways to make things better? One of the differences between people who stay at the same spot is how can I make the processes, the things in place better? How can I explore newer technologies? And you're going to deal with rejection. You're going to look into things and people are going to tell you, oh, this is why this is not good. This is why that's not good. Cool. But do you get discouraged? Do you stop? You can't. You have to continue to come and present different ideas, different perspectives. Are you asking questions in meetings? Are they good questions? What is the new tech stack that you're learning? How are you applying it? And let's say you're not even you're looking for a job. How much time are you spending studying? Because there are people who will spend all day, all night applying for jobs, but their resume sucks. They're not building any new skills. Let's say they get an interview, they can't communicate. So whether you're in a job or you're looking for a job, your camera presentation matters. The way you speak to people matters. All of that matters. The things that you're learning matters. Just, you go and you take some boot camp and they give you some basic bare bone knowledge. And then you're like, oh, cool, I'm done. Let me go apply for 4 million jobs. And you can't get anything. That's a you problem. People, the second you blame the job market, you've lost. Because people are getting jobs every day, B. Every day. But you're not. And why is that? Because you're on LinkedIn complaining. You're on Facebook complaining. Oh, you're on YouTube complaining. Oh, the job market this, the job market that. Or you're on TikTok complaining. The job market sucks. Oh, I got fired for this. I got fired for no reason. No, there's a reason. And then your future employers are going to see that and be like, nope, not for me. I don't want to deal with that headache. Because the second something happens here, you're going to go and run to your social media. You're going to cry about it. No, that is not a value add. And when I coach you, I will tell them over and over and over, you should be doing this. You should be doing that. And they always regress back to the things that make them comfortable, the things that have nothing to do with the goals that they have set for themselves. And then you have to look and you say, why am I not getting the results that I want? Well, that's because I'm not doing the things that I need to do to get the results that I want. Why am I stagnant? Because you are doing stagnant things. That is the simplest and clearest answer. Why am I not getting the results that I want? Because I'm not doing the things that lead to the results that I want and that I need. People are comfortable. People regress to comfort. I'll wrap it up with this, right? Today we were playing pickleball for about 3 hours. And one of the guys who's been playing for a very long time, he was like, I'm going to show up today, see how you guys are doing. When we first started, he had showed up, gave us some pointers. He showed up today and he was watching us play and he was playing with us. And he said, wow, you guys are getting so much better in the short amount of time. And that meant a lot. But what meant even more, getting to play with them and getting some tips, getting some pointers. I personally went from making silly mistakes to fixing them within minutes. And then it was a totally different game. But I've invested the time. I've invested the money, which time is also money, the dedication, and the willingness to learn. And one more thing he said, he's like, oh, you guys also have to be willing to play different people. Get out of your friend group. Go challenge yourself. And it's like, bet. And I will do that for jiu-jitsu competitions. You're competing against totally different people you never met before. But more importantly, in the tech space, for my career. And that's why you see us investigate all these Amazon technologies, the AWS technologies. We're going to be diving into Microsoft Azure. We've done a lot with Google Cloud Platform. How do we use them? How do they add value? We'll do our software explorations, concept, and overviews, and we'll do a live when we're actually using them. We continue to review the tech news that's coming out, flock cameras, AI. Things in the medical industry, because all of that is connected. All of that is STEM, right? Science, technology, engineering, math. All of that is connected. The medical field is connected. And we have to always stay up to date with what's going on, because if not, we will be lacking, we'll be behind, and we cannot allow that to happen. You cannot allow that to happen, because you're not going to win, and you're going to be blaming the world, but it's all your fault. It's totally your fault. But you can fix that. The question is, are you willing to fix that? Are you willing to get out of your comfort zone? Are you willing to put in the work? Only you can answer that. Let me know in the comments below. Will you put in the work? Are you going to shift, and are you going to win? At the end of the day, win for yourself, win for your family. Just win. Do me a favor, as we wrap it up, if you're going to make a change, if you're going to look in the mirror, and you're going to win. Like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you can know every time we go live and drop new content. If you want to win with us, with a group of people going in the same direction as you, go over to techcoachrob.dev. You can join us to have these conversations on Vibe Coding Show. You can join us for Scrum Night to see what we're working on. Get access to Resume Flow to fix that resume, get it right. Get access to the Tech Barbarians coaching portal so you can set your goals up right. Get access to the Speak Precisely app so that you can fix the way that you speak. Stop saying like, all that nonsense. And I can even give you some recommendations on some courses, some videos you can use so that you can get your presentation, like your camera presentation, some courses that you can build up your tech skills. All of that is at techcoachrob.dev. Don't forget to join us in the Discord where we can have these type of conversations. We can help you out. The link is in the description below. Until next time, friends, family, Tech Coach Ralph, we are out.
Ain't no days off. The way isn't training. You don't bleed in practice, you die in the field. Look, swinging the wood till my knuckles are bleeding. I don't need rest, it's the combat I'm needing. 10,000 hours, I'm locked in the zone. Carving my spirit right down to the bone. Stepping my radius, watch how I serve. I'm swinging this blade like I do this forever.